The best thing to me about Cleetus and Cars is people at the end of the night leaving, thinking that, you know, they came here for a show, but leaving just amazed and how much of a good time they were able to have. If you're here for a few hours, you can have so much action-packed fun. I mean, you get to see cars burst into flames, people hit the walls, demolition drag racing. It's so epic. It's a show that I dream for us to be able to put it on. I mean, it all comes together at the end of the night when people come up to us and say, holy cow, guys, we had an incredible time, and leave with that smile, you know, that grin ear to ear. That's my fondest memory at every event.
All my life I've barely spoken. Your words have been so broken. I've been under your hypnosis. Why did I sip that potion? I'm so done with holy ghosting. My birth, it is an omen. Lay me down up in the ocean until you see no motion. Right now I can barely focus. I'm showing no emotion. On your knees, show your devotion. My skin is black but golden. I'm not here for bragging, boasting. Ain't lying, I've been chosen. Mind is burning, heart's exploding. This is my magnum opus. Are you with me now? Said, are you with me now? Ain't felt this good in a while. They want us to simmer down. You really ain't ready now. You haters just in the crowd. But till I just look around. Are you with me now? Are you with me now? Are you with me now? Said, are you with me now? Ain't felt this good in a while. They want us to simmer down. Can you hear me now? Am I going in and out? Stop and just look around. See if you with me now. Tell me how you with me now. Ready to put it down. Start at the bottom, already forgot them, but they won't forgive me now. You really ain't ready now. You haters just in the crowd. Still I just look around. Now you with me now. Are you with me now?
Hell yeah, brother. You're on the Cleetus McFarland YouTube channel.
What up, dudes? Welcome to the first ever video shot in my house since I moved. I do plan on showing you guys the place, especially the boggin area outside. That's in the future and will probably be on the second channel. I don't plan on showing it off. Rather, if there's some of you who just want to see it, I'll make a quick tour video for the other channel. As you can partially see, I'm not even completely moved in yet. But today, we're not talking about the house. We are, in fact, talking about Cleetus and Cars, which we had a freaking insane time in Houston. I mean, all you Houston people, thank you. I don't want to bore you guys too long just chatting, but there's a couple things I wanted to talk about before we even freaking get going. So there's going to be a delay on the toast build. You'll see them in today's video. But here's the thing is today we were supposed to shoot a video on him, but James wasn't feeling well. You know, I had just gotten to the shop. Cooper was busy, so we didn't end up shooting the video driving him. And we leave for a trip in the morning at 4 a.m. So we're literally home for like a night. So we'll be on a trip for 3 days. Then we're home over the weekend. And then we get back and go to LS Fest Wednesday of next week. So we're really not home long enough, and while we're home, we have to prep for LS Fest, which Leroy and Ruby are probably going to. Leroy, we had an issue with the clutch after the dyno video. Not that the clutch was broken in any way, but it was dragging. So we pulled the car apart, and it turns out our pilot bearing was destroyed. In fact, it was friction welded to the input shaft of the torque tube. So we're waiting on a few parts for that. We did get the pilot bearing out after freezing it and using a slide hammer. We got that covered. But Leroy, we got to get him finished up next week. So we're not going to have much time to work on toast until after LS Fest. Once we get back from that, we plan on wrapping that whole car up and putting it on the dyno, doing test burnouts, all that. But I just want to give you guys that update because you're going to be like, where the hell did toast go? Cleetus, come on. But other than that, guys, Cleetus and Cars. Insane. Such an insane turnout. Now, we had an amazing time. I hope the fans did, but the cars didn't really, you know, old neighbor Ruby had kind of a rough time. Neighbor, I mean, he got the hell beat out of him. That's pretty standard at least in Cars for neighbor, but I wall tapped it way harder than I was hoping to. I tipped the thing in, spun it around again, and just backed it into the wall. Amazingly, this is the, here, watch the clip and then I'll show the damage right after.
What's going on, guys? We're out here at Cleetus and Cars Houston. As you can see, I got a bunch of Houston people behind me. Let's hear you guys having a good time. Yeah. is ready for that wall tap. Got any more rubber left? Yeah! All right, folks, so I'm standing here with the Crown Vic, and as you can see, we have some new damage. You can see the fender is pushed in right here. Give you that little side angle there. I mean, she's pretty crunched, but unbelievably, this is the only damage to the bumper. It's not cracked, it's just simply scraped, and for a 4,000-pound car to slam into the wall backwards, this thing would be totaled without this bumper. So it didn't actually push the bumper into the car much. It just kind of, I think where it was mounted up here, once it moved forward just a little bit, it crumpled this fender, but we can beat it out from the inside. Other than that though, the Crown Vic is in good shape. I gotta take it back to my house, but old JH got her transported here nice and safely. Hopefully we can bang that out, kind of straighten it up, but it's really not all that bad. This car is in, you know, this car gets used, that's what it's for. So Ed wouldn't want it sitting around. Ed would want it out in the burnout pit making noise, putting on a show for everybody. So that's what we're doing. Luckily, I don't think it bent in the frame because the whole bumper and the whole back end of the car would be a lot more kinked. So we'll have our body guy look at it. If indeed we have to put it on a frame machine, so be it. It's a good old Crown Vic, it'll never die.
So then guys, we go on to the second burnout, which I accidentally, instead of tipping it in backwards, did a full 360 on the entry to the burnout pad and screwed up. And so it was just, you know, it was a little different traction at the end of the day versus the beginning of the day because of all the rubber and crap on there, which is something I need to learn how to deal with, because summer nats, I'm gonna be on a freaking whole different surface I'm not used to. So I need to practice. Like, these Australians do some crazy burnouts. It's gonna be hard for me to get over there and compete, but I'm gonna give it my absolute all. I can guarantee you that. So check out the second clip with neighbor ripping a burnout. He actually, and you'll see in the video, we ended up having to stop after Cooper got in the car because the tray where we have the fuel pump modules mounted on the passenger side of the car was on fire for so long, it melted them through the surface. So we have the tank and everything protected, but we didn't think that the fuel pump modules would be that prone to heat. So that ended neighbor's burnout. And then we had to push it on the trailer because the fuel pumps are brushless and they can't run without the module. And my hand is doing good, guys. So check out the second clip.
Everybody make some
fire!
Yeah.
I think you cooked her.
They shut off on its own.
The car was running amazing up until that point. And then the last thing was Ruby. Golly. There is a Houston curse on that car. Last time we were there, we went like 9-0 something. And so I was like, oh, we'll run some easy 8s for the crowd. Somehow we picked up this major boost leak. So we had the car tuned up for max boost. It should have been making like 35 pounds. The most Ruby could make was 16 pounds of boost. So we were trying. We made 3 passes, but there was a massive boost leak and we couldn't get it fixed while we were, at the event. There was obviously a massive crowd, and tons of people there to help and whatnot, but it was just too much of an effort and the burnout contest started up. So Houston, I am sorry about Ruby, and I broke Leroy the one time you guys wanted to see him. So I will be back in the spring and I plan on redeeming myself. Okay, so hold me to it.
It left a lot harder.
917.
That's it for Ruby. Lastly, son, we brought toast. Holy smokes. The crowd loved him. The car sounded amazing. We even got a little bit of rev limiter action. The GoPro almost blew a head gasket because the car sounds so good and it's so loud, but that was pretty cool. So here's Toast firing up.
Feel.
Isn't that crazy?
It starts right up too.
Shake, dude.
Yeah.
Shakes the whole car.
Yeah.
Dude, that like makes my heart shake. My mullet is tingling. Let's hear it.
But other than that, guys, what a trip. So we're super stoked, super blessed to be able to go to Houston Raceway Park again and have such a good time. So thank you to Houston Raceway Park. Thank you to all the Houston people who showed up. That is it for today's video. I got a flight to be on in a few hours, and we're gonna have some really fun content for you guys the next couple of days. Totally a change of pace. This is not your regular car content. We're changing it up, but it does have an engine and 4 wheels. That's all I'll tell you for now. Thanks for watching. Do it for Dale. We'll freaking see you later.